show, boy. I mean it. Put up or shut up.
That's proof positive that he killed her.
I want him as evidence. I want to use it for the trial.
I thought you were his lawyer.
You lied to me.
All right, I lied to you.
Why did you lie? Because you killed her? No. Then why?
She was a $100 a night hooker.
What?
You talk like I need an alibi, Petrocelli.
I wouldn't want to get caught in court without one.
We're late. This is a no parking zone.
I know. Oh, I'll be right with you. Hold on.
What time is it now?
About a minute and 20 seconds past the last time you asked me.
Don't make fun of me.
I'm not. I'm just too busy trying to get my second win.
Hey, Buttons!
Uncle Roy!
Me. Now, that's what I call a welcome.
Oh, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, Buttons. How are you?
Are you still calling me that?
Well, you grew up with the name, you know, kind of sticks to you. Come on now, give me a turn around there. I'll tell you, that marriage life seems to agree with you.
It does.
Say, how you doing, Tony?
Roy, good to see you. How are you?
Good to see you. Say, how's your mama?
Fine, thank you. Wants to know when you're going to visit him.
Well, as soon as I can get free. You know, I ain't seen her since the wedding. I mean, you remember that lasagna she made for us with that sauce on it? Say, what you been feeding him don't look like he gained a pound since the wedding.
It's not that she hasn't tried.
I wish I had your problem. I walk by a glass of water, I'm up 5 pounds.
Well, you have got a lot of trouble because you are coming home with us. I got a side of ribs, coleslaw, fresh snap beans, homemade cornbread, and Shirley Miller's banana cream pie.
Whoa! Boy, you tempt the devil himself to talk like that. You know, there ain't no way in the world I'd miss a meal like that. Except
what?
Well, see, darling, I got this here meeting I gotta go tonight. There ain't no way in the world I can get out, you know. But after that, I'm all yours. I'm taking 20 pounds with me back to Texas.
You make that 30 pounds and I'll forgive you for tonight.
You got yourself a deal.
Buttons.
Oh, didn't she tell you about that?
Uncle Roy.
Well, I tell you, the first time I ever seen her, she wasn't about the size of a stick. Brighter than a button. So there wasn't nothing else I could call her. Oh, hey, hold on here. There's something I got for you. There you are, darling. Oh, and Tony, got for you the best tie in Tyler, Texas.
How's Aunt Sarah?
Oh, well, she's fatter than hog.
Well, the least we can do is drop you by the hotel. It's gone. Somebody stole the camper.
But it can't be.
Well, where is it if it can't be?
Oh, you mean somebody stole your car?
Yeah, that's it. It was right here.
Something wrong here?
You better believe it. Somebody stole my car.
Well, where was it?
Right at the curb, officer.
You mean the camper with the hood up?
Yeah, that's it. That's right.
Well, you called the motor vehicle department. You can go pick it up.
Pick it up.
That's right. You see, it was illegally parked. They towed it away. It's in one of the impound lots.
You mean there's more than one?
4. I'll see you around.
What are we gonna do now?
Well, I'll tell you what to do. I'll get a cab, I'll drop you off. Hey, boy!
Hey, wait! Hello. Yes, it is. Who? What? Who is this? Tony? It's Uncle Roy.
What?
They arrested him for murder.
Did you talk to Roy?
No, it was Sergeant Rand. He didn't have much to tell me.
Well, tell me everything he did say, huh?
He said that Roy had been arrested at his hotel, that he said that he had killed a woman. Tony, I can't believe that.
I know, Marlene. I know. Boy, tell me. Got here as fast as I could.
Well, that's tough when you gotta rely on taxi.
Yeah. Are you all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm all right.
Now, why did they arrest you?
I don't know. You know as much as I do.
Yeah, well, that's not gonna get you out of here. You better fill me in.
Well, it's like I said, we had our meeting tonight and got to drinking and talking, and we broke it up about midnight, maybe 11:30.
Then what'd you do?
Went back to the hotel. Yeah, feeling pretty good, so I went on up to my room, and I seen this door standing open in the corridor. And, well, I thought I heard a woman crying, and I went over and looked in, and that was it. I mean, somebody hit me up alongside the head, and I went out. I come to, there's folks screaming bloody murder, and there's a dead woman on the bed, and then the police hauled me down here.
That's it, huh?
I mean, that's it. I mean, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life.
Yeah, you can say that again. Look, you just hang in there, and I'll see if I can find out anything else, huh? Oh, yeah, Roy. Yeah, one more thing. Did you know that woman? Did you ever see her before?
No. No, I didn't know her before or after. I mean, I don't know nothing at all.
Okay, I'll be back in a little while, okay?
How is he?
He's all right, honey. Don't worry about it. I think we can clear it up pretty fast. Hey, Will.
Hey, Counselor, how are you? You're up late too, huh?
Yeah.
How come?
Well, it's the same reason, I guess. Oh, by the way, Maggie, do you know Will Morgan?
Sure.
DA's office?
Hi, Maggie. How are you? What are you defending Roy Caldwell?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he happens to be Maggie's uncle. Look, Will, I want to see about bail, huh?
Could we talk about it in the morning?
I want to take care of it as soon as possible.
I can't do it, Tony.
Well, why not?
Well, in the first place, he's from out of state.
That's okay. I'm not. You can release him in my custody.
Tony, the charge is way too heavy for that.
Heavy? No, hey, wait a second. I mean, the guy didn't even meet that gal, let alone kill her.
Was that what he told you?
Well, of course. Well, what does that mean?
Well, it means that the bartender at the hotel said they were having drinks together till closing time. And the hotel clerk saw them go off toward her room together.
What?
No. And one more thing as to why he'd kill her. She was a $100 a night hooker.
I don't believe it.
Well, I don't think Mr. Caldwell did either, but I guarantee you that's what they fought about. And that fight ended up with her dead.
Tony.
You made me look like a first-class lollipop with the DA.
What are you talking about? What'd I do?
What'd you do? You killed her. That's what you did. He gave you some cock and bull story about wandering around
Hold
in
it.
that
I
room.
didn't kill that girl.
But you lied to me.
All right, I lied to you.
Why did you lie to me?
Because I couldn't tell you the truth, that's why.
Because you killed her?
No. Now, I swear I didn't kill that girl.
Then why?
Because I couldn't tell you the truth.
This place isn't exactly a little daycare center. Now, how could telling the truth be worse than any mess you're in now, huh?
I don't know. It just, at the time, it seemed like that was the best thing to do. Most of what I told you is the truth.
What about the rest of it?
All right, the truth. There's something I want to explain to you first. All right?
All right, Roy, but it better be good.
Well, it's Maggie. We've always had kind of a special feelings for each other, you know? I mean, I got bad habits like everybody's got. I ain't no better than nobody. She thinks I am. I ain't no dirty old man, Tony. I'm married and I got a wife and I love her. Last night, I got to drinking and some young girl made me feel like she wanted me. I mean, that felt good. Made me feel like I was a kid again, you know? And when I was just ashamed to tell the truth because I didn't want to hurt Maggie. You understand that?
Yeah, I can understand that.
Just wanted you to know, that's all. All right, the truth. Well, like I said, it all started happening after that meeting. I mean, it went good, and I was feeling good, so I went on back to the hotel.
What time was that? 11
something, I don't remember. But we had us a couple of drinks, you know, to seal the deal, and by the time I got to the hotel, I was feeling pretty good. Hey, boy!
Here's your key, sir.
Right. How you doing?
Okay, how about you?
Well, I'm doing all right. Well, I was pepped up, so I figured I'd have me a drink or two before I hit the sack. That room sure was dark. Couldn't see much. Took me a while for my eyes to get used to the light.
Yes, sir. What'll it be?
Bourbon and branch.
Bourbon and branch.
Bourbon and branch. Lila Danforth was sitting there alone. Right off, I got the feeling she wanted company. In the mood I was in, I was sure glad to oblige. There you are, darling. Keep them. There's many more where them come from.
The Longhorn Tavern in Taylor. I've been there.
That's my hometown.
Well, how about that?
How about that?
Sit down.
All right. Well, it turns out she's from Tyler, too. She hadn't been back there in a long time, but she knew a lot of the same places I did.
You know where the tracks run?
Sure, run right smack dab through the middle of town.
Well, no, on the west end.
I got me spread about 30 miles outside of Tyler. Before long, we was talking like we was old buddies. We drank and we talked until they closed the bar, and then she invited me up to her place for a drink.
I'll be right with you.
Yeah, I should have said no to the drink, but like I said, I wasn't feeling no pain, and being as how I was a beautiful woman doing the asking, it sure did make saying yes easy. Oh, here we are. Good now.
Now,
There.
the light switch is on the left.
She closed the door before I could find the light switch, and then somebody hit me on the head. I don't know how long I was blacked out. All I remember is my head was roaring with pain, and I couldn't hardly move. And I heard a scream, and the bed sort of sagged under me. Everything was spinning, exploding, crisscrossing in my head. Somewhere there was a blurred flash of light, and I heard a door slamming.
Can you recall anything else now?
No, that's it. No, wait a minute. Hold on, I did hear something else. I remember somebody pounding on the door, asking if everything was all right.
Miss Stanford, are you okay? Miss Stanford.
Pardon me. Can I get through? Excuse me, please. Oh, my God. Quick, call the police. Hurry. That's how it ended. That Mr. Johnson, the hotel owner, he heard the commotion in the hallway. He come up, took charge. Stayed with me while his son called the police. They come, maybe 10 minutes later.
What about the person who hit you?
I don't see him at all.
Could you identify the voice arguing with Lila Danforth?
No, it sounded like it was real far off, like it was an echo chamber, you know what I mean?
Anything else?
No, it's, does he just that flash of light and the door closing?
Well, that's about enough for tonight, then. You just take it easy, and I'll see you soon, huh?
Hey, Tony? Ain't very pretty, is it?
Well, like you said, Roy, you know better than most, but then, most of us aren't. Johnson?
No.
Hi, my name's Tony Petrocelli. I wondered if I could talk to you.
Yeah, you like gardening?
Well, where I grew up, the only gardening I ever saw was hanging on windowsills and fire escapes. I'm afraid I better leave the green thumb of the experts.
It's got nothing to do with thumbs. Just got to like plants, that's all.
Well, I'll remember that. You see, I'm Roy Caldwell's attorney, and I wonder if you could give me some help.
Well, I'll do what I can. Don't mind if we keep on clipping, do you? I mean, it won't distract you.
No, not at all. I'll try to be as brief as possible. See, I understand that you were with Roy until the police arrived.
That's right.
Well, how did you happen to be at the hotel at that hour?
I was going over the accounts. I keep an office suite on the same floor. Heard the commotion. By the time I got there, I'm sure you know the details.
Well, yeah, all but one. This just doesn't seem like the kind of place that Lila Danford would use as home base.
Well, it's a terrible thing, Mr. Petrocelli. In all the years this hotel has belonged to our family, nothing like this has ever happened.
You didn't know what you did for a living, huh?
Of course not. A piece of trash like that. She could destroy a reputation that's taken us 50 years to build.
Yeah, I guess you did the same thing for Roy Caldwell's reputation. Well, look, thanks for your help. My dad would love to be doing what you're doing now. Thank you, sir.
I see. It could be lot 3 or lot 4. Well, thanks a million. Hi. No luck. Nobody seems to know where the camper is, but they will be sending us a little postcard notifying.
That's great. Maybe I ought to start my own cab company, huh? At least it'll be cheaper. Honey? You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. I've just been trying to decide whether to call Aunt Sarah and tell her about Uncle Roy.
Ann?
I can't do it.
Look, honey, knowing about it isn't gonna help her or Roy.
I know. It's just I feel so damn helpless.
Baby, Roy's he's really a good man. He's a little foolish. I'll do everything I can to get him out of this, though.
I offered wondered how you got any work done around here.
Man does not live by bread alone.
Oh, very good.
Well, while you were fooling around, I got a few things taken care of.
Oh, yeah, such as?
Such as she was a pro. I checked the record. She worked alone, as far as I could find out. And I got to thinking that, well, if she's any good, she's got to have a bank account. Bank account records, reasonable copy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great, Pete. $6,000.
Only 4 deposits. It's a lady with a real talent.
Yeah, but a talent for what?
What's that mean?
Well, I'd bet you a season pass the Miami Dolphins that her clients would know.
One paid cash, and here are the names of the other 3.
Pete, you know, you were really terrific. You know, if you were still in the force, you'd be chief by now. Now, where did you get this?
A girl I know works at the bank. I gave her a ring once.
Sounds like love.
Didn't work out. Anyway, that's the names of the guys that made out the checks.
Hey, that's great, Pete. I tell you what, though, you just keep digging, huh? Because I want to find out who paid her by cash. In the meantime, I'm going to make a little visit to these depositors, if you'll kindly drop me off.
You bet.
Honey, take care of the home base, huh? Okay.
Maggie.
See you, Pete.
See you back at the office.
You bet. Adios.
Please use north side door.
Mrs. Willis.
Yes?
Mrs. Willis?
Yes, are you here about the house?
No. My name is Anthony Petrocelli. I came here to talk to your husband. May I come in?
Of course.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, you're a few days late. You'll have to speak to me.
Well, actually, this is a private matter between your husband and myself, so perhaps I'd better come back at a more convenient time.
My husband ran out of convenient time, Mr. Petrocelli. He's dead, and I buried him yesterday.
I'm sorry. I didn't know your husband was ill.
It wasn't illness. It was his shotgun, his own shotgun.
Forgive me. I guess this is not the right day to talk about him, then.
Well, why not? He was a decent, honorable man. For almost 17 years, the best damned husband any woman could ever wish for. Why am I telling you this? You obviously knew him, or you wouldn't be here.
Well, I didn't know him personally, but I do know that he had a fine reputation, yes.
The best. Everybody liked him, and everybody trusted him. And that's probably what made him kill himself in the end.
Well, I don't understand.
Well, Hank broke a trust. The kind of trust other men break every day of the week. But for Hank, it cost him his life.
So, that was Lila's game, hmm?
I take it you knew Miss Danford.
No. Oh, but I am defending the man charged with her murder.
Well, thanks to him, the little blackmailer didn't get a chance to spend the money that Hank sent her.
Oh, you knew about the $1,500 then?
Yes, but that was just the first installment. When I found the photograph, there was a second note that she'd sent demanding another $1,500. Hank's business had been going badly. We were going into debt. And I really believed that when he found out what kind of monster that she really was, it just became too much for him.
You know, Mrs. Willis, a lot of people might think that you had a very good reason to kill Lila.
They'd be right, wouldn't they?
And you understand that I must do everything in my power to defend my client.
Of course.
And I have to ask you, where were you that night?
I don't think I want to answer that question, Mr. Petrocelli.
Well, if not here, then in court.
So be it.
Good day, Mrs. Willis. Hey.
Hey.
I'm sorry, Maggie.
Oh, you don't have to say that to me. What happened to Buttons?
I just don't feel the same no more.
But it is. I love you.
Dang, don't I know that. That's what makes it so hard.
There ain't nothing that's changed between us. Nothing.
Did you tell Sarah?
I couldn't see any reason to.
Well, she's gonna have to know. And I'm gonna have to be the one to tell her.
It won't make any difference to her.
Yeah, maybe. I hope so. I just hope she realizes she's married to an old fool who lets some young girl make him feel like he's a young fool.
I tell you one thing she'll realize.
What's that?
That she's married to a pretty wonderful guy.
Now, you know something?
What?
I'm just beginning to realize how much I miss not seeing you more often.
Okay, how much?
$6.50.
$6.50? Where's your mask and gun?
Oh, that's all right. You don't like it, you should get a car.
I got a car, but I can't find it.
You want me to wait?
No, thanks. At these prices, I'll walk. Is somebody up there trying to tell me something?
Mr. Kelly!
Mr. Kelly!
Hello, Killer? Yeah?
Hi, I'm Anthony Petrocelli. I'm an attorney, and I represent a member named Roy Caldwell.
Look, I'm a busy man. What do you want?
Well, look, my client's accused of killing Lila Danford. I understand that you and she were more than just passing strangers.
Never heard of her.
Well, what about the Plouse Metals Company? Here's the largest in the state.
So?
And the owner of the Plouse Metals Company is Harry Plouse. I understand he's your father-in-law.
Okay. Make your point, mister.
Why did you send Lila Danford a personal check with $1,500?
I told you. I never heard of her.
I see, Mr. Kelly. You like games? We'll play games. If you clam up, then I'll send you a little subpoena, and then you'll tell your little tale in court, huh? End the game.
All right. Mr. Petrocelli, let's talk. What do you want to know?
Okay, how'd you meet her and where?
At the Hotel Regency bar about 2 weeks ago. I was having a drink alone. She wandered in. We struck up a conversation. She didn't look like a hooker. You see, I'd had a riff with my wife, and she told me that her problems with her husband were getting pretty heavy, too.
Well, go on.
Well, she told me a tale of woe. I told her mine. Next thing I knew, we were in her room, consoling each other.
And that's it?
Well, except for a photographer who broke up the brief and counted to snap a picture.
Did he use a flashbulb?
You got it.
Why didn't you go after him?
Well, I wanted to, but Lila said not to worry. She said her husband was probably behind it, and she'd fix it so I wouldn't get involved.
Yeah, nice girl.
Yeah. Well, the crazy thing is I believed her. Until 2 days later, photograph arrived. And a little note demanding $1,500 if I didn't want my father-in-law to get a copy of the same print.
Shell out, huh?
Yeah. I sent the check and return mail and a note not to try it again, that's it.
It's the last you heard of her, huh?
Yeah. That's the truth, Petrocelli, I swear it, that's the truth. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'll deny everything I've said to you, every single word, so never, never ask me to repeat this story.
Okay, one last thing. Where were you the night she was killed?
Out.
Out where?
Out, just out. You talk like I need an alibi, Petrocelli.
Well, let's put it this way. I wouldn't want to get caught in court without one. Thanks.
Hey, Tony, how are you?
Hey, hiya, Will.
Hey, how's Maggie?
Well, she's fine now she knows that Roy's innocent.
Hey, look, Tony, I know you mean well. I'm sure you'll give him a crackerjack defense, but this time you gotta know you're not gonna find the prize at the top.
Well, I quit looking for prizes in Santa Claus when I was 10.
You better start looking for something, because this is one of the strongest cases I've ever had.
Well, I'd be disappointed if it wasn't. Now, look, Will, he's innocent.
I don't think so, Tony, and I'll tell you why. And we know for sure he met her in the bar that night. They hit it off well. Then they went to her room.
Oh, no.
The light switch is on the left. Listen, honey, before you get all hot and bothered, I think there's one little thing you ought to know.
What's that, darling?
Well, if you're looking for any more fun, it's gonna cost you. Listen, cowboy, I mean it. Put up or shut up.
Finding out Lila Danford was a prostitute must have come as a real blow to Caldwell's ego. He's a big man. He might not have meant it, but when he hit her, it was all over. And one more thing. You know that connecting door to the other room? It was locked from the other side, so there's no way anybody else could get in or out of that room.
No, I don't buy that. See, you don't know it, but there's still a big piece missing.
You'd like to tell me what it is?
The real murderer. When I find him, you'll be the first one to know. I'll see you, Will.
Tony, you know how many camera stores there are in San Remo?
I'd rather know more about the customers, Pete.
There are 25. They buy supplies, they do their own process.
25?
Yeah, out of that, there are 7 been buying more supplies lately.
Well, that's an improvement.
3 belong to a camera club, and that leaves 4 to be checked out.
4, huh? I'll tell you what, look, let me take the car and I'll drop you off because my feet are wearing out, huh?
You bet. I'll check the ones in town. There's a fella named Vince Belmont. He lives out in the desert.
I got him. Hiya, Vince Belmont?
Yeah.
What if I could talk to you?
Well, I was just getting ready to leave.
No, this won't take long. My name's Tony Petrocelli.
So?
Well, I'm Roy Caldwell's attorney, and I want to talk to you about Lila Danford. What is it with that circus act?
I was just trying to scare you off. Because of Lila. I didn't want to get in any deeper.
If you were in any deeper, down would look like up to you. Yeah, well, this is terrific, but what about the pictures you took for Lila?
I haven't got them. She has, or had.
Where?
Like, I don't know. I just worked for her.
Yeah, how'd you meet her?
Well, she called when she got to town. Said that a friend in California had recommended me as a good photographer who could always use some extra bread.
Yeah, go on.
Well, we met. She explained the setup, and 2 days later, we were in business. She paid me 2 bills for each score.
What about the scorecard and the guys involved?
I never knew their names or anything about them. She'd call when she got a dude on the hook. I'd ride into town, slip in the back way, and use a passkey she had made for me.
Okay, what else?
I'd snap off a picture and blow before the guy knew what hit him. Next day, I'd deliver her a print, plus a negative.
How many times did you work with her?
Just 5 times, including the last one.
Roy Caldwell, huh?
Yeah, and the guy who killed her.
Hey, look, buddy, you're in no position to play judge, huh?
I got the proof.
You mean the pictures you took of them? Let me see them.
I thought you were his lawyer.
I am. I want them as evidence. I want to use it for the trial.
Okay, but believe me, this isn't gonna help. If you ask me, that's proof positive that he killed her.
Nobody's asking you. I want to ask you one other thing, though. You see anyone coming out of Lila's room that night?
No, sir. I didn't see nobody going up, and I made sure nobody saw me going down. You better face it, mister. Caldwell killed her, and that picture proves it.
Unless, of course, you belted Roy, killed Lila, then took a picture to set him up.
Oh, why would I do that?
Well, with her out of the way, you could have continued the blackmail on your own. It's pretty good business, huh?
Tony, it's a small and photogenic world, huh?
Well, aren't you a little out of focus here, Will?
No, I don't think so. I came to see Belmont, thanks to you.
Well, don't send me a thank you card until you tell me why.
Well, you're the one, remember, who told me there was a piece missing? So I went back and reread the Caldwell statement. I wondered about that flashing light, you know, till I put two and two together. Then I started checking a lot of the local photographers, and here I am. Belmont's the missing link, right?
Well, you got the picture, Will.
Oh. Very interesting. Tell you what, why don't you keep this and I'll just settle on the negative.
Whatever happened to the old-fashioned dumb DAs?
Well, they're working on television.
Well, what do we do now?
Well, we got one check writer left.
What? For $2? That $2 could be for anything.
That's right, but I'd love to find the guy who'd send Lila Danford a $2 check.
Yes? Can I help you?
Mrs. Jameson?
Hardly.
Oh, well, I'd like to talk to Mr. Jameson, if I may.
Walt, it's for you.
Hi, what can I do for you?
Hi, I'm Tony Petrocelli. I'm Roy Caldwell's attorney.
Caldwell? That's the guy that killed Lila Danford.
No. The word is accused.
Have it your way. And you're here to talk to me about the evening I spent with her?
Well, where'd you meet her?
In a bar near my office. She started the conversation. She was very classy, so naturally I responded. Then after a few drinks, she invited me back to her hotel. I couldn't believe my luck.
So you went with her?
Sure, who wouldn't? After that, it was all et cetera, right up until the moment that photographer walked in, snapped the picture, and then took off.
And then?
Then her letter arrived with the picture and a request for $1,500.
And?
And that really gave me a laugh.
You thought that was funny?
Yeah, you see, the one thing I hadn't told her was I was in the bar celebrating my divorce. I was a free man.
That is funny. So the picture didn't bother you?
I thought it was terrific. Let me show you. I liked it so well, I had that blow-up made. Then I sent her $2 to help defray the cost.
See, honey, this is the Belmont photo, and this is the police identification photo.
I'd like to say I understand, but I don't.
Well, somehow I get the feeling I've missed something. I don't know. According to the police report, Lila Danford didn't have any keys on her.
Well, then how did they get into the room?
Ah, exactly.
Here they are, copies of the hotel ledger.
Did you look at them?
Yeah, from what I can make out, they're doing pretty good. 90% occupancy.
What's this?
What's that? Oh, that's not in order. It's a no-charge room. It's what they say for visiting bigwigs.
You know, Vince Belmont said he took 5 pictures, including Roy. 4 of them we can account for. I think it's time we met Mr. 5.
So I told Miss Stanford she had no messages. Then she and Mr. Caldwell went up the stairs together.
Mm-hmm. Now, would you tell the court in your own words what happened that made you unlock the door to Miss Stanford's room?
Well, a few minutes later, there was a call from the room opposite Miss Stanford. They said there was a fight. It took me a few seconds to find the master key. I knocked on the door and asked if she was all right. Some of the other guests were coming out of their rooms, so when she didn't answer, I opened the door and I switched on the light.
And what did you see?
I saw Miss Stanford lying on her bed, bleeding. And Mr. Caldwell, he was kind of leaning over her, staring down.
And did you notice anything else about him?
Yeah, his shirt was bloody, and he was holding a paperweight in his hand.
Was it this paperweight tagged Exhibit A?
That's it. That's the one.
Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor. Cross?
Mm-hmm. Hi, Mr. Johnson. How long have you been working at the Regency Hotel?
Just the past couple of weeks.
And before that?
I've been away. I was away at college, Arizona State.
Well, you've been majoring in business administration, huh?
Yes, sir.
So that someday you can take over management for your father.
Yes, sir. I hope so.
Just a couple of questions. How long was she registered at the hotel?
Since before I got there.
Mm-hmm. And what was she paying for the room?
Well, I don't know. I don't have anything to do with the bookkeeping yet.
I see. But the rooms are pretty expensive, aren't they?
I suppose that they are.
Mm-hmm. I suppose no more questions now. Thank you.
Mr. Morgan?
No further questions, Your Honor, and that concludes the case for the people.
Are you ready for the defense, Mr. Petrocelli?
I am, Your Honor.
So that's the way we'd work it. I'd get a call, and then I'd go to the hotel. And I'd sneak up the back stairs and wait until the light went off in her room. That's when I'd use the pass key.
And the night of the murder, that's the procedure you followed.
Except that when I got to Lila's room, it was already dark.
So you set your flash bulb and your camera, you entered the room as soon as you arrived?
Yes.
Is this the picture marked Prosecution Exhibit 4 that you took the night of the murder?
It is.
Your Honor, I took the liberty of having this photograph blown up. I'd like to place it into evidence, if I may.
Any objections, Mr. Morgan?
No, Your Honor.
Maggie. Your Honor, this is a blow-up of the picture you've just seen. Now, I've also had a similar blow-up made of an official police photo taken at the murder scene approximately 19 minutes after Mr. Belmont snapped his picture. Now, at first glance, the only difference between the two photos is the absence of Roy Caldwell in the police photo. He was taken into custody. There is, however, a second difference. Notice in the Belmont photo, the door is open. In the official police photo, the door is shut. There is also a third difference, Your Honor. In the Belmont photo, the purse is on top of the headboard. In the official police photo, the purse is on the floor, having been searched, contents strewn all over. Further, the police report notes that there were no keys in her possession. Keys were missing. Along with the key to Lila's room, they obviously held the key to the safe deposit box where she kept the photographic negatives used in blackmailing. A fact known to that person who was waiting in the room that night. If I may, Your Honor, I'd like to take you back to Lila Danford's room that night and present to you yet another version of what might have happened. Both of them were in good spirits, but not the killer lying in wait for Lila. He hadn't counted on anyone being with her. At any rate, nothing was going to stop him from confronting the woman who had turned his life into such a nightmare. Perhaps he went there only to frighten her into returning the negative that proved he had made the same mistakes as the others. Lila refused to play along. She was furious at finding him in her room and lashed out at him angrily. He fought back, his temper boiling. Suddenly, she started screaming. That's when he hit her with the same paperweight he'd used in Roy Caldwell. Only this time, he struck too hard, killing her instantly. He panicked. There was no time to think, to find the one thing he'd come after. So he fled empty-handed, slipping out the door to the adjoining suite, which he knew was empty, and which he'd opened with his master pass key. He just made it, leaving behind his victim and Roy Caldwell, to be photographed by Vince Belmont, who showed up, entered the room, took the picture, and got out, just missing Mr. Johnson's son, who had been called by another tenant and was coming to investigate the cause of the complaint.
Miss Stanford? Miss Stanford, are you okay? Miss Stanford?
No one saw him leave the adjoining room, so he joined the others, giving the impression that he too had been alerted by Lila's scream.
God. Quick, call the police.
Then he sent Will to call the police.
Hurry. Excuse me, Mr. General. Do you mind going back to your rooms? There's nothing you can do here to help. Thank you.
And closed the door on all the other guests so that, unseen, he could collect the key to Lila's safe deposit box and tidy up any clues he may have left before the police arrived. Now, we know that Lila Danford was blackmailing 5 men, 4 of them we can account for. But the 5th one paid as well, but not in money, but by allowing her the use of the hotel for her operations, giving her room 236, listed in the hotel records as out of order. Now, you printed pictures of all 5 men, didn't you?
Yes.
Is that 5th man in the courtroom right now?
Yes, he is.
Could you point him out to us?
Yes. He's the guy sitting in the 2nd row wearing the blue blazer.
Thank you. Your Honor, in view of the identification, I move the charges against my client be dismissed.
Ain't no proper way to say it, Tony, but I'll say it anyway. Thank you. When you leaving, Roy? Oh, I guess first plane out.
Well, that's not until tonight, and there's one thing you have to do first.
What's that?
Eat the dinner I was going to cook for you the night you got here.
Well, now I think I can handle that. Lost 10 pounds on jailhouse food.
Well, that's okay. You'll make it up in one sitting. And I'm finally gonna get my camper back. Well, you know, honey, it's only a camper, but I really missed it.
Me too. Let's go home.
Yeah, when the traffic clears. Maybe by the first snowfall, huh?